All right, so I've released all the hoses, disconnected, moved them out of the way. The electrical cable, I've unplugged it from the trunk side, pushed it through. I'm gonna grab the last end of it because it doesn't disconnect at the assembly at all. So you need to get it out so that you can have room and the ability to pull the pump completely out of the tank, or excuse me, the assembly completely out of the tank, pump inclusive of that, of course. So I fed it through the hole. All I'm doing now is getting the last couple of pieces of it through the little hole. Seemed to have snagged onto something. Have to get it at just the right angle because the plug is just about the same size as that hole that it has to go through in the I'm going to call it a firewall. In order to get it out. Alright, I'm going to just go at this point because I'm going to have to twist it a certain kind of way, which maybe is accessible from the other side. It's like a little quasi-rectangular shaped plug. Oh, there it is. I got it. This plug is pretty much the same size as the hole in the wall that it has to go through, so you have to get it at just the right angle to pull it out. Alright, so now I've got it out. I'm going to move this out of the way. I've got the ring around it so that it hopefully won't cause any issues coming up by getting snagged on anything. Like now it's getting snagged on the hoses here, so I'm just going to push my hoses out of the way. I'm pretty much just pulling straight out at this point. So there's a big piece on the back end around here, and I'm trying to figure out the angle to turn it, which I'm thinking is going to be kind of like this, so I can get some room to pull up and out. Let's see if this works. Yes. All right, see in that angle? Okay. Right, so then it comes out, right, and there we go. Wow, this puppy's pretty dirty. Alright, taking a look at the whole thing. Pump is corroded like crazy, but that's okay. The original plan was to replace that anyway. There is all of this, which I originally thought was rust, but it turns out that this is basically just buildup. If you wipe this out just right and maybe put some CLR or something like that on it, but don't let it sit on too long. My friend says that this has a nickel plating to help protect it, so this is probably just sludge buildup. See how easy it comes off of there? So get a little brush, take that off. That's pretty clogged in, so I'm gonna run a pipe tube down there, see if I can clean that up. See all that sludge? Alright, but it's ready. Let's take a look inside. So I've got a lot of fuel in there. Filthy, dirty, 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 filthy fuel. I'm gonna pump that out. Take it to a hazardous materials recycling center. It looks pretty clean inside. because the tank is a black rubber plasticky kind of material, and I can only see, like there you see a little discoloration, but overall it looks pretty good on the upper parts, which of course makes sense because there's no fuel there. I don't know if that's a reflection or if that's something in there. And then on the edge you can see some stuff. So here, let me, there we go. A lot of stuff in there to clean out. So let's get this puppy cleaned up from this point. This is the float. So the float was stuck. I know that because the fuel gauge wouldn't meter. And sure enough, yep. Now there's a little wire here connecting there to the holder and on so on. So that shouldn't move, in my opinion. Right. All right. And that's pretty much it. Let's clean it up, get it back in there with a new pump.